Hello ladies and gents, I'm DKD6 and right now I'm filming a Nintendo Switch review on a park bench like a weirdo. Why am I doing this? Because a small YouTuber has to differentiate somehow, and this time I have ignorance on my side because unlike the majority of people reviewing the Nintendo Switch, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy. And how do you know I'm not a Nintendo fanboy? Let's put it this way, I've never played Zelda. Okay, now that we've got the megaton out of the way regarding me never having played Zelda, you can confidently trust my unbiased opinion about the Nintendo Switch. I grew up playing the Sega MOS system, the Sega Mega Drive. I had a Super Nintendo but I never really got into it. I had an N64 and a Dreamcast which I used until I got my PlayStation, and after that I never bought a Nintendo console again. So why in the hell did I buy a Nintendo Switch with Zelda on launch? Well, let's talk about the Switch. It's an interesting concept, a fairly powerful yet portable games console that has unique functionality. It has a vibrant 6.2-inch 720p IPS touchscreen which is surprisingly nice to look at. You can detach the Joy-Con controllers, pull open the kickstand and play as long as the batteries will allow you to, which is between 2.5 and 6 hours depending on the game you're playing. The top of the unit has a power button, a volume rocker, a slot for your game cartridges, retro, and a headphone jack, also kind of retro now I guess. The Switch also has a tiny 32 gigs of internal memory, but you can bump that up with a microSD card which slots in beneath the kickstand. The bottom also has USB Type-C port for charging, which is cool because you can charge it on the go using a power bank. Just don't try to charge it whilst keeping your Switch on its kickstand, it's impossible. You'd need to buy an actual tabletop stand like this one if you want to charge whilst playing on the desk for example. Oh, and there are stereo speakers on the back too. Once you've taken the Joy-Con controllers off the Switch, you can attach them to the Joy-Con grip. This hunk of plastic surprisingly made holding the Joy-Cons feel like an actual controller, and I found it way more comfortable playing in this configuration. You might not have this issue though, seeing as my hands are quite large and yours might not be. If you don't like the Joy-Con grip, then you can also buy a Pro controller which is sold separately. I'm happy with the Joy-Con grip though, which caused me no discomfort at all after long gaming sessions. Between them, the Joy-Cons are motion sensitive, have an infrared camera, NFC for your amiibos, haptic feedback and generally feel quite well made. They last 20 hours on single charge, but remember they will only charge when attached to your Switch whilst it's docked. More on the dock in a minute because right now I want to address an issue I've had with the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons also come with a Joy-Con strap, or the Joy-Con bumpers as I like to call them. These little hunks of metal and plastic attached to each Joy-Con, but be careful that you put them on the right way or they'll get stuck. Actually, they get stuck even when you put them on the right way. When I did eventually manage to get them off, I felt like I'd split my thumb open. Aren't these things meant to be suitable for kids? Good luck with that because I really think Nintendo screwed these things up. Once they're on though, they do add some much needed real estate to each Joy-Con, so playing a 2-player game in this configuration does actually work, even though the Joy-Con controllers are still on the small side. Just be sure to hold down the little button, push up from the bottom of the strap hard if you ever want these things to come off. Moving from one nightmare to another, here's the Nintendo Switch dock. It has 3 USB ports, a USB Type-C power jack and HDMI out. However, it's made from thin cheap plastic that's lacking a soft material that would actually keep your beloved Switch screen safe when docking. Many people have already reported that the dock has scratched their screens, so screen protector is a must buy. When docking your Switch, your gameplay is instantly streamed via HDMI to any attached screen. The Switch then increases its GPU clock speed and renders games at a maximum of 1080p. It also outputs 5.1 Dolby Surround over HDMI. This unique feature of the Nintendo Switch is what I think makes it stand out against the vastly more powerful Xbox One and PS4. Yes, it's underpowered, but what other console out there allows you to play Zelda like a boss when on the move? Speaking of Zelda, remember I said I've never played it before? Well, call me converted because this game is simply incredible. Its portable mode runs at a silky smooth 720p at 30 frames per second. However, oddly enough, when docked, it bumps up to 900p and suffers from frame rate issues when walking through a forest for example. This is unfortunate, but the issue isn't a huge one as the frame rate drops are quite infrequent. And the game more than makes up for this just by being so damn epic. So what's my final opinion on the Switch? There's definitely some good here, but there's also some bad and some ugly. The price tag is quite high for an underpowered device which comes with no free games, but then again it does have unique selling points in the form of portability and the Joy-Con controllers. It definitely does feel like a premium device when you hold it for the most part. However, this is sometimes let down by bad design in terms of those Joy-Con strap bumper things. And the dock really does need to have some sort of felt or something added to the inside, because a dock that scratches the docking device is a dock that I don't like. Also, if you're buying this for the sole purpose of playing Zelda, but you already own a Wii U, then I suggest you buy Zelda on the Wii U instead. Yeah, it does look marginally better on the Switch, but it's pretty much the exact same game. However, if you want to be able to play Zelda on the move, then you don't really have a choice. Buy the Switch. Zelda is obviously the killer app of the Switch right now, and that's an understatement. Like I said before, the game is immensely fun and addictive. Even playing at 720p on the 6.2-inch screen is fun. Isn't that what should matter though? I can talk all day about how underpowered this system is compared to X or Y, but that isn't what I think the focus here should be. The focus should be whether or not the Nintendo Switch is a worthwhile machine for playing games that are entertaining, either at home, on the move, or with friends. And I have to admit, they've nailed it. If Nintendo can grow their catalogue by launching more great games in the near future and also bring back support from third-party developers, then there's no reason why this platform should fail. As an early adopter, I do wish that it had more software right now, but I can't say that I regret my purchase. It's a great piece of unique technology that fulfills its goal in a way I think only Nintendo could. It is what it is, and if you're willing to pay the slightly high price point right now and put up with a relatively small catalogue of games, then go ahead and you won't be sorry. However, if you'd rather wait for the catalogue of games to grow and for the price to perhaps fall a little, then that's a totally viable option too. I'm enjoying the Switch a lot right now, and it's reminded me that games don't have to be photorealistic 60 frames per second tech demos. It concentrates on games being games, and that's exactly why I believe some people who are Nintendo fanboys or girls are Nintendo fanboys or girls. I can see why some of these people are so passionate about Nintendo products even when they do have some shortfalls or issues. So, do I recommend the Nintendo Switch? Being honest and unbiased. Yeah, I think I do, as long as you're okay with the shortfalls I mentioned in this video. I can't be any more honest than that. If you really want it and you understand that there's a shortage of games right now and it's an underpowered system, but you know of all of the other unique selling points and what should be coming in the near future hopefully, then yeah, it's a good purchase and I think it's a good investment. But if you want to wait, then by all means, wait. And with that, smash that like button, slap subscribe, and thank you all for watching. I am DK86. Bye!